Quita Graham here, creator and founder of BlackTechLab.net, where I help Black men and Black women increase their income and business revenues by helping them build tech careers and tech businesses. But I need to tell you today, I've been having my own personal party with David Banner and the God Box, which is his new CD. I have really been enjoying this brother, and I really wanted to do a video about it. Number one, because the music is dope. Number two, because he has this special edition God Box that is amazing. And then he did a Facebook Live message that was very encouraging and inspiring about Black business. And I think that's something that we need to pay attention to, and I want to highlight here. So let me show a couple of slides real quick, because I want to get right to the heart of what he was saying. In 1 second. So David Banner, his premise in his Facebook message was, everything that you want is behind what you fear the most. So instead of running from it, run straight at it. And he was talking about some of the fear that he had when he was starting this project. So let me keep going. He also was talking about not being afraid to build your own business. And I add, don't be afraid to start a new career or a new project, or believe bigger. And his one of his third point that I wanted to make sure I highlight was that the universe is not here to crush you, but to serve you. Are you going to be the God that you are supposed to be? And with everything that we're facing in the Black community, sometimes it's very hard for us to get focused on just really building and being persistent and aggressive, because we have so many things coming at us from so many directions. So I love that he did this Facebook Live where he went through some of the issues that he had to deal with and overcome in releasing this new project. First of all, he said he had been working on it for about 6 years. And he was saying that basically, he didn't have office administrative skills really. And he was kind of trying to get the God Box Special Edition, the actual gift box, I guess you could call it. He was trying to get all of the infrastructure around launching that product perfect before he released it. But so many people started asking for it. His vice president, Jasmine, who emailed me about my God Box, she was telling him to just, hey, look, the people want it, let's just move forward on it. And he was so hesitant. So he said he just started to go ahead and hire people to put it all together. And he talked about how amazing everything went from there, and how we shouldn't be afraid to start our own businesses. And with me being a technology consultant for multi-billion-dollar corporations and being a network engineer, I come across people that I talk to them about how there are so many opportunities in technology, opportunities for high incomes, opportunities for high profit margin businesses. And they are reluctant. For some reason, they feel like they can't do it, or they're not smart enough, or they don't feel like they can pass the exams, or they feel like it's going to take too long. And I'm like, okay, so you're topping out at $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 a year. You don't like the career you're in. You know that you don't have the money you need to invest in the business that you want to have in the future, or be a partner in a business, or even have the lifestyle that you want, but you're afraid to move into technology because you say you're not good at math. And it's these kind of myths and these kind of limiting beliefs that stop us from accomplishing things. And by the way, if you want to get information about starting a tech career, you can get free info at blacktechguy.net. So anyway, David Banner talked about this, and I've got a link to the Facebook Live in the comments section. So he talked about how he had to start in launching his product before it was ready. Sometimes we just drag our feet and we want everything to be perfect before we launch our products. And that's something that I definitely talk about a lot when I'm dealing with people who want to start tech businesses. He talked about how he was able to do business with 20 Black-owned businesses. He said he was involved with a Black bank, 2 Black law firms, and several Black artists. And let me tell you about the God Box, the special edition. What's included in it is a flag, t-shirt, Hidden Colors 3 DVD, Black Friday by Rick Mathis. Hidden Colors is by Tariq Nasheed. Black Friday DVD by Rick Mathis. Autographed copies of Before the Box, chopped and screwed version of the God Box. Stickers, pins, the book, The Browder Files by Anthony Browder. So he's got a whole set of, it's a really cool box to get with your CD. So I love that initiative. That was a really creative way to launch his product. And that's the other thing he was talking about, how we as Black people can be excellent in the things that we do, you know, and we don't have to be afraid to just step out there with our ideas. Another thing he mentioned was that, you know, a lot of times we want to get straight to the end, like of what we see as success. So we see the success of other people who have been building for a long time. And instead of us seeing the fact that, like, say, David Banner with this project was 6 years in the making, seeing that we're going to go through those periods of struggle and failing, we tend to kind of give up at some of our low moments. And I talk to a lot of members of my programs, you know, when they're struggling with their exam prep, or, you know, I really support the people who are in my program to get to building their 6-figure tech career or building their tech business. And, you know, a lot of times what I see is when they hit like a bit of a roadblock or a challenge, they get so down on themselves. And I know I've been there too. You know, when I've failed at several different businesses. I've switched careers many times, and with each thing I learned so much. So I bring a depth of knowledge and experience to the table now that I've gone through those things. And that's what he was talking about, that we can get to that successful place, but we have to go through that struggle and not let that stop us. So I love that about what David Banner had to say. If you watch the video, I just can't wait till you see, I hope that you feel the inspiration and encouragement that I did. And what I love about David Banner is that he just comes off with this love for his Black people. And he said that he's dedicated to seeing he wants to make an impact and a change in our world related to how Black Africans are treated on a global level. So I can tell that in his music. You know, some of my favorite tracks are Marry Me, Elvis, and August, and Black Fist, definitely. So, and he has a lot of people collaborating with him on this. And the thing that I love about his music is that it's an intellectual experience with the lyrics, you know. In Black Fist, I love that he says, pass me the Uzi, I know how to work it, I know how to squirt it. No Martin, no Luther, no King, no marches, no choirs, no sing. The same Christian love us that raped our grandmothers and hung our grandfathers from trees, they enemies. Blood on the leaves, blood on the streets, blood on our feet. I mean, that was just, I mean, I like that particular verse, but he's got so many of them out there. He has some adult content on there now. I'm not trying to say that it's all clean and there's no cursing or anything like that, but I can tell you that I enjoyed the mental ride that was his music in this album. So again, I hope that you can watch the video and get inspired from it. And if you want to get more information about building tech careers, you can go to blacktechguide.net. Thank you for viewing. Thank you all for the positive comments, the emails, and I'll see you guys in the next video.